What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back with the bang of the day, guys. And today we have for you guys and girls a review of the upcoming Jordan 1 Union Bephies Beauty Supply Summer of '96. Guys, this has been a big release, an anticipated release, which was debuted back a couple months ago, man, where a lot of people were very unsure, very lackluster at first about this sneaker because mainly of that wovenness that's going on through it. I think since then, a lot of people have changed their minds of this shoe, in my opinion, and I've been pretty much the same since the beginning. I like them. I love them. And now that I know more about the actual story, I love them even more. It's all about love. This shoe is all about love at the end of the day. So, you know, salutes to Chris, salutes to Bephy for making this shoe possible. And let's go ahead and break down the whole entire story. If you guys didn't watch my last video, I did a pretty good job. So I want to make sure to fill you guys and girls in on the story, on the box, and of course, on the shoe. Bephies Beauty Supply is a store of Beth, and she is the wife of Chris from Union, LA. So Bephies Beauty Supply and Union, LA, of course, are two different stores by a couple who are married, of course, that now have been brought together for a collaboration alongside with Jordan brand. And this is one of 3 of those upcoming capsules. This one being the summer of '96, which is all about the summer of '96 when they first met each other and, you know, the beginning of their love and their relationship. If you actually go and watch the video on this sneaker, you see a guy pull up. He has some dreads like mine, young cat, you feel me? And a lady who sees the guy on the bike, and the guy on the bike tells her to come and hop on the bike with him, and they go and run around the city of Brooklyn, Fort Greene to be exact. And it kind of shows the beginning of their relationship in the summer of '96. Streetwear was on the rise, still in its infancy as stated, and it was a time of just change for the hip-hop culture, for streetwear, for all the above. And Brooklyn, I want to say, is really the heart and the beginning of a lot of that out there. The summer '96 capsule collection is a 3-way collaboration between Jordan, Bephies Beauty Supply, and Union. The inspiration behind the design is actually centered around how my wife, Bephy from BBS, and I, Chris from Union, first met. We met in the summer of 1996 in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. The climate around that time was unique. Streetwear as we know it was on its early infancy. Hip-hop was transitioning from the underground to becoming the preeminent pop music that it has become today, and Brooklyn was still a best-kept secret. Fashion was a reflection of the time. And then the biggest part of the shoe, which, you know, typically when I first saw this sneaker, I was just like, oh, it's a Jordan 1 with a Nike footscape, you know, going throughout the whole entire design of the shoe. Well, it's a little bit more than that. Of course, with the footscape, there is weaving going on. The footscape features a weaving type of method of its fabric. And at first, you know, people were in the comment section telling me that the weaving was a metaphor for hair braiding and weaving and, you know, dreads, all the above of things of, you know, African-American hair and the styles that we choose. However, when diving deeper in, I think the weaving had a bigger meaning than just hair. And people might get Bephies Beauty Supply mixed up with an actual beauty supply store of hair and a hair salon, but it's way more than that. It's an actual store for women out there to go and cop some of the latest streetwear fashion and things that are moving the fashion forward. But the weaving itself is a metaphor. When you look at something like a weaving material, you look at things that are going longitude and latitude, things that are going horizontal, things that are going vertical, right? The weaving of things in life. You meet an individual, you meet someone, you meet someone that you end up falling in love with, or someone within your family. And when you look back at it, we are weaving through the lives of one of another. And if you remove one of those horizontal lines from the full-on textile, it weakens it. And I think it plays a lot in for the love that they have for one another, but also the love that we as this people in general have for one another when we move through life in general. Me and my wife, I might be the one that's going horizontal, she's the one that's going vertical. And we create something out of that. We create a textile through that weaving, a type of cloth of that shape or form. You remove Nikki from that, all those vertical lines go, and then you just have horizontal lines. That textile is no more. There's nothing for it to grab onto, nothing for it to tighten up on. So with that being said, I see that this, in my opinion, represents the love for Chris and Bephy. And that summer of '96 that started something. You can look at it as a starting point of where they met and intertwined with one another. And you look and just see how far it's become. Yeah, I know I'm on my, you know, Shakespeare stuff right now, but I mean, I've dived deep into it and I think I might be kind of spot on here. Weaving, integration, is defined by its opposite and takes its meaning from it. The art of weaving is a profound metaphor for understanding the workings of the universe and our place in it. And I actually looked more into that, and I saw that that was the meaning of it. And that weaving, the art of it, is way more than just cloths and vertical lines. It plays a bigger part also in the weaving that we do in life with one another. So really dope metaphor, really dope concept in my opinion. And I think they hit it spot on. The box here, as you can see, it says summer of 96. It got Jordan brand, it got Bephies logo, as well as Union LA. You got the 96 right here, my bad, summer, Brooklyn, Fort Greene, I'm pretty sure right there. You got a lady on the back, which I believe, I could be wrong, but I think that might be Bephy, because I've seen pictures of her with dreads, having long dreads, but also braids. I've seen her with a lot of different types of hairstyles, but I might be wrong here, but it could be her, because it looks a little bit like her as well from the picture that I saw. But you can see though, Brooklyn's representation on the box as well. On the inside, you got the same thing with the logo on the top of the hood. You got the typical box on the inside, you got the box right there, and then you got underneath the paper that shows, you can tell, man, Brooklyn, you feel me? Now these are gonna be dropping alongside with the actual Elevate as well. Both gonna be retailing at $200. So you got this pair, which I think would just be mainly men's. However, I think these will go down to a size 6 in men. So you might be in, you know, if you're a youth or something, 6Y, 7Y, you might be able to have an opportunity. But I believe they go as low as 6 in men's, which is 6Y and 6 men, 7Y, 7 men, pretty much like the same exact size. However, anything lower, then I think it steps into the Elevate, which will be the women's Elevate, the Jordan 1, which looks very similar. There's some slight differences in the swoosh. I believe the swoosh is actually of this green right here, and it's a little bit of difference, of course, that chunky platform heel as well. As far as sizing goes, it fits pretty true to size to me. 8.5 had no issue whatsoever. I do like the extra set of laces, the yellow laces, a little bit more than the typical Union laces. These are laces that a lot of Unions come with, which are one color and then they switch over to another color. And the reason why I kind of have an issue with the Union laces are because they're short and they're polyester. They're not cotton like these, so they don't have as much stretch like the cotton ones do. So lacing these up, they don't have as much length as the yellow ones right here. So as you can see on feet, you'll see maybe a little bit of difference, but these are extremely more tighter to get them laced up on this top one, whereas the yellow ones really had no issue whatsoever. You got green Nike Air on the inside. See that toe box is A1, that footscape that runs through it, I'm all for it. The materials, Rumpelstiltskin nutsack on the leather, really good leather material in my opinion. You got a nubuck or maybe a suede on the swoosh, forgive me for that. I'm always getting that wrong. You got felt going around the ankle here and felt going underneath the Union LA logo right there as well. The leather on the Jordan right here is the same as the leather on the, you know, on the outside as well as on the inside. And it seems like an enlarged Air Jordan Flight on the side than your typical Jordan ones that feature a little bit smaller. You can see it's almost overlapping the actual stitching. You got the BBS on the back for Bephies Beauty Supply on the back there. You got that sail midsole, of course, to give you that aged look that we've been loving for months, well, for years, I mean, at this point. Creamed out bottom. That's what she said. Sorry, guys. There's some kids watching. But yeah, the bottom got a little bit of vanilla. Exposed tongue once again. And overall, a solid sneaker. Look, I know a lot of y'all hate these, but it ain't about what you like. It's about what I like, right? And that's how it is, bro. My opinions are my opinions. Your opinions are your opinions. If I like a shoe that you don't like, it's perfectly fine. If you like a shoe that I don't like, it's perfectly fine. We are all men and women at the end of the day, and it's okay to have differences of opinions. But this one right here, for me, to me, they going on feet. Instantly. Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Do you like these or not? I want to hear it down below. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. I'm out, man. The Jordan 1, Bephies Beauty Supply, Union, summer of 96. And you off with the on foot. Let's get it.